Hey guys, thank you for watching the Slat Rock channel. You know, the Intercontinental Championship has been the WWE's secondary title since its creation in 1979, when WWE Hall of Famer Pat Patterson unified his North American Heavyweight Championship in a tournament in Rio de Janeiro, one of wrestling's many fictitious tournaments created to avoid just handing someone a belt. Over the years, the Intercontinental strap became a stepping stone for many superstars on their way to the WWE Championship. Stars like Randy Macho Man Savage, Bret Hitman Hart, and the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels would all distinguish themselves as Intercontinental Champions before winning the WWE Championship. Not everyone has been so fortunate though. Here are 16 Intercontinental Champions who never won the WWE Championship. Number 16, Drew McIntyre. As we've talked about in previous videos, WWF boss Vince McMahon was big on Drew McIntyre, giving him a push and even running a storyline where McMahon gave McIntyre preferential treatment, such as expunging losses from his record, considering him the chosen one. Despite this, McIntyre's only WWE Singles Championship was the Intercontinental Championship, and his career sputtered after the chosen one gimmick ended. McIntyre has found much more success in TNA, holding its World Heavyweight Championship and Impact Grand Championship. McIntyre has recently returned to NXT, so it'll be interesting to see how he'll do in winning championships. Number 15, Tito Santana. While Tito Santana had a successful career before his WWF days, it would be in New York that he had his greatest success, holding both the WWF Tag Team Championship and the Intercontinental Championship 2 times, an impressive feat for the time when title reigns were generally long compared to today. After a run with Polish Power Ivan Putski as WWF Tag Team Champions, Tito worked in the AWA before returning to the WWF and competing in singles action. Tito's win over the magnificent Muraco earned him his first Intercontinental title reign in February 1984, the same time that Hulkamania was exploding in the WWF. Santana lost the belt to Greg the Hammer Valentine in controversial fashion in September 1984, with Valentine sidelining him with a kayfabe injury. Tito returned at WrestleMania and feuded with Valentine in 1985, leading to a brutal and historic cage match in Baltimore where Santana regained the title. Although Santana would lose the belt to Randy Macho Man Savage, he found championship success with Rick Martel as the WWF Tag Team Championship team of Strikeforce. Santana's career began to wind down and he took on the persona of El Matador in 1991 before leaving the WWF in 1993. Believe it or not, rumors persist that Santana was on a short list of possible WWF champions, a spot that would go to Bret Hitman Hart. Number 14, Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston has been a champion since his earliest days on Raw, where he defeated Chris Jericho at Night of Champions to win the Intercontinental Championship, doing so in his debut match on the Raw roster. Since then, Kofi has held the IC belt 4 times, the United States Championship 3 times, the World Tag Team Championship once, and the WWE Tag Team Championship, now the Raw Tag Team Championship, 4 times, including a record-setting 483-day reign with The New Day. Unlike many of the names on this list, Kofi Kingston should still have a long career ahead of him, so a WWE Championship is certainly not out of the picture. Number 13, Ramon. Scott Hall took an uncertain career and turned it around when he entered the WWF in 1992 as a Cuban bad guy, Razor Ramon, working a high-profile feud with Randy Macho Man Savage before eventually winning the Intercontinental Championship in October of 1993. Hall would hold the belt 4 times, and while he remained a top star in the WWF until his 1996 departure for WCW, Hall never reached the top either in WCW or during his brief return to WWE in 2002. Number 12, Owen Hart. After years of putting on good matches as the masked Blue Blazer as enhancement talent, wrestler Owen Hart began climbing the ladder of success when he teamed with established star brother Bret the Hitman Hart. A feud with Bret elevated Owen from the mid-card, and while his ascent was slow, he eventually won the Intercontinental Championship on 2 separate occasions, as well as the WWF Tag Team Championship 4 times, the European Championship once, and 1994's King of the Ring tournament. Sadly, Owen perished in the stunt gone wrong at 1999's Over the Edge pay-per-view, where he fell to his death while being lowered into the ring. Wrestling fans and experts will forever debate whether Owen would have won the WWE Championship had his career continued. Number 11, Davey Boy Smith. Like many of the wrestlers on this list, Davey Boy Smith parlayed a successful tag team career into a successful singles career. After his WWF Tag Team Championship winning team, the British Bulldogs, disbanded, the Bulldog went on to win the Intercontinental Championship at 1992's SummerSlam pay-per-view. The event, held in London's Wembley Stadium, saw Smith defeat champion Bret Hart in a match that many consider the finest in Smith's career. Although Smith's success continued with another reign as WWF Tag Team Champion, this time with Owen Hart, and reigns as European and Hardcore Champion, Smith never broke through into the WWF Championship. Number 10. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. One of the all-time greats, Ricky Steamboat had a storied career in Jim Crockett Promotions as a multiple NWA World Tag Team Champion, Television Champion, United States Champion, Mid-Atlantic Champion, and Mid-Atlantic Tag Team Champion. Yes, he was that good. Steamboat's work in the WWF included memorable feuds with Don Muraco and Jake the Snake Roberts before he entered his biggest WWF program, his feud with Macho Man Randy Savage, where Savage inflicted a kayfabe career-threatening injury on him. Steamboat wrested the belt from Savage in their historic match at WrestleMania 3, and Steamboat seemed ready for a long run as champion. However, when he asked for time off to be with his family, Vince McMahon took the strap off of him, giving it to the Honky Tonk Man. Steamboat's return to the Carolinas saw him defeat Ric Flair for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. Steamboat returned to the WWF, but he failed to win any further championships. Number 9. Ravishing Rick Rude. Rick Rude's Intercontinental Championship win over the Ultimate Warrior was a big push for him in light of how protected the Ultimate Warrior was at the time. Although Rude won the belt with outside interference from manager Bobby the Brain Heenan, Rude's victory would propel him to a title quest against the Warrior during Warrior's WWF Championship reign. Rude left the WWF in October 1990, not long after his WWF title quest. In 1993, Rude captured the WCW International World Heavyweight Championship from Ric Flair, going on to hold it on 3 occasions until a back injury ended his career. Number 8. The Honky Tonk Man. Still considered the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time by many fans, the Honky Tonk Man's epic reign saw him weasel and wrestle his way out of losing the belt, angering fans more and more. The Honky Tonk Man knew how to get good heel heat, and his character's uncanny ability to hold on to the belt against much better opponents only angered fans further. It's doubtful Honky would have been world champion because there were so many better candidates. However, he was perfect in the role of Intercontinental Champion, a role he served for 454 days. Number 7. Mr. Perfect. Like Kerry Von Erich, Curt Hennig held a world championship in another promotion before entering the WWF and winning the IC strap. Hennig held the AWA World Championship before the WWF enticed him to jump ship in 1988. Mr. Perfect enjoyed 2 reigns as the Intercontinental Champion and received several shots for the WWF Championship, but came up short. However, what seemed like a career-ending back injury ended any chance of a world title run. Number 6. The Texas Tornado. Kerry Von Erich was no stranger to the world title, having defeated Nature Boy Ric Flair for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship at 1984's historic David Von Erich Memorial Parade of Champions Supercard. When Von Erich entered the WWF, he quickly won the Intercontinental Championship, defeating champion Mr. Perfect at 1990's SummerSlam pay-per-view. Although Von Erich had the muscular look and size favored by Vince McMahon, the Intercontinental Championship was the furthest his career went in the WWF. Number 5. Don Muraco. The Magnificent One held the Intercontinental Championship not once, but twice, defeating Pedro Morales on both occasions. Muraco also competed on several occasions for the WWF Championship against Bob Backlund. Even though he dropped the belt, he remained an uppercard star, participating in the angle where King Kong Bundy laid out Hulk Hogan on Saturday night's main event. Muraco later teamed with Cowboy Bob Orton before turning babyface. Number 4. Chyna. As we've discussed before, Chyna not only made strides in women's wrestling, but in wrestling overall. Originally asked to become a member of WCW's New World Order, Joanie Laurer went to WWF instead, beginning as Hunter Hearst Helmsley's bodyguard but eventually competing against male wrestlers. This culminated in her Intercontinental Championship win over Jeff Jarrett in a Good Housekeeping match. Chyna competed in the Royal Rumble and the King of the Ring, and at one point was going to challenge Stone Cold Steve Austin for the WWF Championship. Number 3. William Regal. Real-life wrestling tough guy William Regal overcame personal demons to find success in the WWF and WWE as a hardcore champion, European champion, World Tag Team champion, 2008's King of the Ring winner, and the Intercontinental Championship twice. Regal's ability to play an arrogant character with the right amount of humor made him ideal for roles in the past as WWF Commissioner and Raw General Manager, and he continues to work as an authority figure in NXT as its General Manager. Number 2. Goldust. Dustin Runnels was a wrestler well suited for the Intercontinental Championship, keeping the upper card exciting as he defended the belt with a gorgeous George panache updated to make him the Bizarre One. Goldust would hold the belt during the 90s an impressive 3 times, but would never hold the WWE Championship. Number 1. Roddy Piper. Younger fans may be surprised that the Rowdy Scott never held a world championship despite being one of the biggest draws in wrestling history. As we shall see, not everyone needs a championship to get over, and Piper wrestled during a time when world championships weren't handed out like Pez candy. Here, Piper won the belt more as a way to build his match with Bret Hart at WrestleMania 8, a match Piper used to help Hart get over on his rise to the top. There you have it, 16 talented individuals who never hit the ultimate goal in WWE, the WWE Championship, but distinguished themselves nonetheless. Well guys, that's our video. If you can think of any other Intercontinental Champions that we may have missed that never won the WWE Championship, please drop us a comment below. If you like this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button for more videos just like this one, and don't forget to hit that bell icon so you can get notified every time we upload a new video. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+, and as always, thanks for watching.